and let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one.
Alright, I wanted to go over what I use to ultrasonic clean today. We make holsters. We have custom holsters that we make, so you can go check those holsters out. defensetraining.org/holsters. Alright, back to the video. As far as tools and stuff, of course, I have ultrasonic cleaners. I actually have two ultrasonic cleaners. They're really close. They're the off-brand of like the Hornady ultrasonic cleaner. I believe it's the Hornady Lock and Load. It's about a couple feet long, 24 inches or 28 inches, something like that. But it's off-brand ones, so you can find the off-brand ones fairly cheap, couple $100, maybe $300 a piece. I actually have two. I have one set up for cleaning. I have one set up for lubricating. Now, so I want to show you what I use to clean and lubricate with ultrasonic. These are my tools: toothbrush, paintbrush, and bore brush. I use these, and typically the only thing that I use to clean is the Simple Green heavy duty cleaner. I put this in my ultrasonic cleaner, and I usually actually do it what it calls a 1 to 3, between 1 to 3 and 1 to 5. I don't measure it out. I pour it. I know about the color it turns, the purple, and this is Simple Green, even though it's purple. And this is safe for aluminum and all that stuff. That's why I use this. And I use this in my ultrasonic cleaner. Now, what I will do is I have a spray bottle. I will have some made up in a spray bottle, and I pre-spray the gun down, and then I will take a toothbrush to the entire gun, inside, outside, everything I can get to with the toothbrush, and then I will wash it off with the water. I use hot water, so I'll use hot water. I'll wash all that off, get all the gunk and grime off like that. Then I will pre-spray it again, and then I will put it in the ultrasonic cleaner that has this as well. So this is typically all I use down in the bore. Everything I will spray it down in the bore. I will take the bore brush and clean down in the bore with typically just the Simple Green. Now, if you get some really hard stuff, I go over to the Hops number 9. This is what I will use if it's really tough and it's not coming out. Normally I don't have to use this. Normally the Simple Green, and then I use nylon brushes, so I clean it. I spray the Simple Green down in there, and then there's videos on this of how to clean all that as well with the bore brush if you don't know how to do that. But I use the nylon brushes. I typically don't use brass because typically nylon, if it's really, really hard, and the Hops number 9, it will get it off. So I do use the nylon. You can buy those online as well. Now, after you clean it, you will of course wash it off with water. You've got to get all the Simple Green off, so I use hot water to really wash it off. I wash it off really, really well. Then I will air dry it with a compressed air. I use a compressed air nozzle like this, and it will get down in there. This is a lot of good directed compressed air. And it works really, really well. It gets it pretty dry. But now the stuff that I use to lubricate it in the cleaner is this L&R Safety Ultrasonic Weapon Lubricating Solution. Now, so this is a dry lubricant, and this it displaces water, and then it provides a uniform dry lubrication when used in an ultrasonic system. Now, of course, when you do that, once it's done, you pull it out and you got your little basket. You kind of sit your basket there and you kind of let all that run off, and then I will spray it with the compressed air again to make sure the whole thing's dry, and it puts a good coating. It's very thin film, but it coats all of it. And in fact, I will put my magazines in there. I will take my magazines apart. I will spray them with the Simple Green, and then I will take toothbrush and I'll clean the magazines down, and then I'll water them off, and I'll air blow them, and then I'll throw them in this lubricant solution here, and then that's all I do to the magazines. So I will put them back together, and that works very well. I've never had a problem. I know magazines are made to run dry. However, I've never had a problem with a magazine with this. So that's something to consider as well. If you want your magazines lubricated, you can use that. I know a lot of guys use dry graphite. I've heard good stuff about that. Just do not use wet lubricant on your magazines, because it is not meant to have wet lubricant. It's meant to run dry. Alright, so the other two things that I use for my other lubricant is FMO 350 AW spray. I love this stuff. It works amazingly well. It is made for the food industry because a lot of times they can't take their panels off and get back into the gears and stuff that need to be oiled or greased. So they can spray this, and what this stuff's made to do is when they spray it, they'll spray it high, and then it's made to walk itself down and thinly coat everything. So this works really, really well. I also use RIG universal gun grease. I use both. Now to use the RIG, it's not a whole lot. This is too big of a tube for most of you. You're not going to need this. And when your handgun, when you're greasing your handgun, let's see if I can get it. Alright, we can't really see, but this little dab right here, that's probably, well, this little bitty dab right there on the side right there, that's probably about what you're going to use per handgun. You don't use a lot of grease, so when you put it on there, you dip it, and then you just keep wiping it, and you just keep running it down, you know, just keep walking it around. You just want it enough to where you can see that it basically shined the area up. You don't want to really be able to tell there's grease on there outside of the shine. So you don't want a whole lot on there. I don't know. See how that shine? There's not a lot of grease on this brush, but see how that shined up right there? There's really not a lot of grease on there, but that's what you want. You just want I mean, I'm talking a thousandth of a coating. That's all you want on there. So that's what I'll do. I'll get a little dab of it, and it'll glob on, and I'll just keep walking it around the whole gun. I know I get a lot of people like, oh, you're using too much stuff. No, I'm really not. I'm walking it around, and I keep walking it until it's just that coating right there. That's all it is. And that's what you want with this. And then this is just the hard to get areas down in the springs and stuff. And when you spray it, I mean, you just where it starts to come out the end into those parts where the springs and stuff are, where you can't get into. And there's videos how to do this on my YouTube channel as well. And it will walk its way down in there, and it's not a lot of oil at all. I mean at all. So that's what I use, guys. I don't use anything else but that. Typically I don't have to use the hops. I just use the simple green. Then I use the L&R. Show you this stuff again. This stuff is not super cheap. It's not super expensive though, especially for how much it will do. This will do a lot, and you don't reduce this down at all. You know, it even says do not dilute, but you get a couple gallons of this. You pour it in there, and it lasts a long time. I usually buy 3 gallons at a time because it takes about 2 gallons in my cleaner, and then the 3rd gallon I just keep topping it off with that 3rd gallon. And then I also have a way set to where underneath where it drains out, when I'm draining my stuff, I use a paint strainer. So I'll put a paint strainer under it, and I will drain it down when I'm going to clean my my ultrasonic cleaner. I will paint strain it into a bucket. And then that way I can reuse my lubricant, and none of the dirt, at least that down to that fine of dirt, won't go back in there. And then I will clean it out, wash all that out, dry it out, and then I can put the same lubricant back in. And you know, you just keep using this lubricant over and over and over that way, and then you just keep adding to it, but you're still able to clean your ultrasonic cleaner out. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you the ways that I do my ultrasonic cleaning. I really do love this simple green. I really like this stuff above the other cleaners because it's safe on everything, and it cleans really well. You just got to make sure you wash all that off once you're done cleaning. Then you air dry it. When I air dry again, I will use a gun like this for my air compressor. Your air gun, it looks like this, so this will really be directed down in. It will get it super dry. So I use that, and then again I use toothbrush, bore brush, nylon bore brush, and then paintbrush for the grease, and it works really well for me and keeps my guns really clean and running smooth. Alright guys, this is Spencer Defense Training. Stay safe. Stay armed. Hey, we want to take a second just to let you know that we offer concealed weapons classes in South Carolina. We are in Anderson, South Carolina. So if you're local to us, check us out at defensetraining.org. We also offer other training as well. You can check that out again, defensetraining.org. Also, we make holsters. We have custom holsters that we make, so you can go check those holsters out. They are ambidextrous and both inside and outside the waistband holsters. They are made of Kydex. They have a lifetime guarantee and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So check those out at defensetraining.org/holsters. All right, back to the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video below. Thanks.